It's your girl Angie B on the beat with the latest entertainment news, and we've just been laughing all morning. We are here with Coach Stormy Wellington. How are you doing?
I am amazing. So glad to be here.
Yes. Thank you so much. Now, she is a best-selling author, you all. She has done so much already. She's a wealth coach. She's a motivational speaker.
Inspirational speaker.
Correction.
Motivation is temporary. Inspiration comes from within. Get it right.
Y'all heard her?
Sorry.
I love the fact that she is always herself. She is always authentic. Can you let us know a little bit about your history and where you've come from?
Am I supposed to hold the microphone?
Go for it.
All right. This is cute. Hennessy, I need one of these. Angie B on the mic. This is really nice. Well, I'm not going to go too deep because I could go back from I'm having my first child at 15, but I'm not going to take you down that dark, deep path. But I will start from about 11 years ago. I was in a place where I was robbing Peter to pay Paul, looking for, a way to be able to provide for my family. I remember my mom coming home from prison, and she lost everything while she was in prison. And I'm working a dead-end job, making $13 an hour, and just trying to make ends meet, trying to be a mother, trying to be all I could be. And I find myself in a place where it's like nothing that I would do would work. And so I remember making $13 an hour on my job, and I had made a decision that I was going to climb what you call, I guess, the corporate ladder, because I thought that's what we were supposed to do. And so I attempted to climb this corporate ladder, and I outperformed my boss's expectations. And I actually brought in $1 million in closed accounts on my job. I used to do collections. I used to be the person that'd call you and say, hey, Angelique, trying to get you to pay your phone bill, and you'd be saying, Angelique is not here. And I'd be like, no, this is Angelique. So I was that girl that got you to pay your phone bill. I used to work for RMS. We collected on Sprint accounts. And so long story short, I collected over $1 million in 7 months in closed accounts, which means they didn't expect to collect a dime on them, and I collected $1 million. So that day, my boss brings me in the office, and they were so excited and so proud about my performance, and of course, they was happy. And so they told me they were going to give me a raise. And of course, I'm excited. I didn't know what I had done because I just was doing my job, trying to get some type of, notoriety and respect, because of course I wanted a raise. But long story short, my boss tells me they're going to give me a raise. And my boss didn't know that back home, my water was off. I had to go outside with the pliers and turn my water on myself. My boss didn't know that back home, my car had just got repossessed. Literally, my car just got repossessed, like 2 days before this announcement. My boss didn't know that my home was in foreclosure. My boss didn't know that there were days I didn't even have gas money to get to work. And I would carpool with my friends to go to work. And we would all chip in and pay for gas. And so when they finally gave me my raise, and they told me that my raise was 25 cents, that day became my defining moment. And I believe that all of us in life, we experience our defining moment. But what we do with our defining moments is what defines us. And that day, I just made a decision that I was going to try to find another way. And I knew that way was not going to be something that I already knew. So I knew I was going to have to be willing to do something different in order to have something different. And so long story short, I got into network marketing and direct sales. People think it's a pyramid, a scheme, a scam, and all that. But I got in, and I ended up making my first $1 million my first year. And so here I am now. Fast forward, I'm one of the top earners in the industry. I do a lot in the community, a lot for myself, a lot for my family, a lot for people that come around me. And so I wear a lot of titles. So when people ask me who am I just kind of give the titles because I could talk for hours because I do a whole lot. But for me, I am the voice of the colored woman. Any way I could get a colored girl to love herself, to know herself, to embrace herself, to accept all that she is that's who Stormy Wellington is. So I don't know how long that took, but baby, I gave you all who I am.
Yes, and we also know that you travel the world inspiring others. So you have these inspirational classes where you sit and you talk to thousands of people and you motivate them, you inspire them. My question is, you speak to people that don't even speak your language sometimes. So how is it being in a room full of people who don't even understand you but are still feeling your energy?
It's very humbling, to say the least, to know that it's not about the words you speak, but the way you make a person feel. Helen Keller said that the best things in life are not seen nor heard, but they're felt with the heart. And so I remember hearing that as a young girl. And so as I grew up, I always would remember that you could leave a lasting impression on someone without even saying one word. And so as I travel the world, many people don't know this because a lot of people haven't traveled with me, but I've been into buildings and rooms that I just walk in the room and people just start crying when I walk through the door. And so that to me makes me proud, but it also makes me realize that the person that invited me spoke very highly of me, and they actually brought a value to me by being able to translate to that person who was coming. And so that's my girl, Ana Quintero, all of my Latin American team, all of you all who support me, who love me, who I don't want to say follow, but are willing to emulate the things that I've done. I'm proud of y'all. I support y'all. I love y'all. It makes me emotional thinking about them because they're the one who gave me the presence in other countries, the people that believe in me. And to me, that's the most powerful thing you could do, is to believe in somebody, to inspire somebody, and to love somebody.
And we know that you picked up, when everything happened with your job, you picked up and you moved to Atlanta. So that was a huge transition from where you were to where you went. Now, how did you get into the industry while being in Atlanta, while trying to support your family, your kids, and trying to support yourself?
So I moved from, I used to be a TSA agent. I used to wear those big blue ugly pants and that ugly light blue shirt, and I was the one that would wind you down and ask you, did you want a private screen? And I used the back of my hands, and all of that. That was me. And so I just got tired of that. I don't like to do anything that feels like bondage, that feels basic, and that can make you be broke. And so even at that job, basic, bondage, and broke, I don't like. The 3 B's. And so I just left my job one day. I went AWOL. I remember leaving on lunch break and just said, I ain't going back. I didn't know where I was going, what I was going to do, but I knew I wasn't going back to that job. We used to call it Ward D. I worked at the busiest checkpoint in that airport, Miami Airport. And we used to see like 20,000 people a day. That's a lot of people. And so when I moved to Atlanta, I already had a lot of resilience and a little bit more patience from that experience. And so when I moved to Atlanta, I was always told that Atlanta was more for black people. Miami was for Latinos. Not that I don't love them, but I'm not Latino. I don't know how to speak Spanish. And so when I moved to Atlanta, I moved there with the thought process of becoming a millionaire. I didn't know how I was going to get it, but I knew some way, somehow I was going to connect with somebody that was going to get me closer to my dreams. And I did. That kind of started from when I was working my job, and they gave me the 25-cent raise, and that's how I found my new career path, which now is multi-level marketing, direct sales, and I found my new career path in Atlanta. So I'm grateful that I moved to Atlanta.
Yes. And you have 3 beautiful kids.
Yes, I do.
And you often motivate masses, but your kids are always around you. So I know sometimes even me listening to my mom and my dad, it gets kind of redundant because you hear it all the time. So what is your best way to motivate your kids when they've heard probably everything you've told them already? Do you go about it differently?
I just live and I be, and they learn from my example. I don't try to force anything on my kids. I used to do that, but I learned a long time ago that a man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. And so I remember my mom trying to get me to do things. My mom trying to get me to say things and to be a certain way and to do a certain thing, and I didn't want to do it. And every time she forced me to do it, I would do it with resistance. So I believe in being happy. I believe in walking around in a beautiful state no matter what is happening in your life. So I don't force my kids to do nothing. I am the example. When I work out, if they don't see me working out, I look good. I'm 39 years old. I'll be 40 years old in 4 or 5 months. So I am the example. I'm the example of hard work, of no excuses, of resilience, of you can have anything you want. My kids see me read books. My kids see me work out. They see me eat healthy. They see me take care of myself. And so I believe the greatest leadership and the greatest role you can play as a parent, to me, is to be the example for your kids.
I love that. Absolutely love that. And your weight loss journey, you look beautiful. I just need y'all to just look at her for a second. Just look at the camera. Just do a whole bunch of different angles. She looks amazing, you guys. And her weight loss journey is crazy. She posted all the time on her Instagram. She posted all the time on her social media, period. And tell us about that and how that's been. You have several different businesses contributing to your weight loss journey to help other people lose weight. So tell us about that.
So I have about 5 businesses, but primarily I am in the health and wellness industry. And that's the industry I've been in for the past 11 years, which is direct sales and multi-level marketing. But I've always been involved in companies that we distribute nutritional supplements. So my company, I don't own the company, I'm just a distributor, is Total Life Changes. And we distribute detox teas, health and wellness vitamins. We distribute energy supplements. We distribute anti-aging creams, coffee, like everything to give you overall better health and vitality. And so for me, I woke up one day and I realized that I'm in a business that has the best products, and as long as I use the best products, I will get the best results. And so I just recommitted to what I call the 30-33. It's a part of our company system where you commit for 30 days. 30 days. Obviously, if we're going to live, every month is about 30 to 31 days. So you make a commitment that pretty much this is going to become a lifestyle. But we call it 30 for 30 days, right? 30 minutes that you commit to at least some type of movement of your body for 30 minutes, 5-6 days a week. That's good for heart health. That's good for your cardiovascular system. And then we have 3 products that if you take these 3 products, your life will change. You will feel amazing just from consuming the products without even doing any workout. But if you incorporated the 30 minutes, everything will be just another level. So anyway, I just committed to my 30-33. And every time I commit to it, I end up looking like this. So it's not that I do anything spectacular. I just am committed. I am very disciplined. I command my body to align with that in which I want. And so even when I don't feel like it, I say get your behind up and go do your 30 minutes and take your 3 products. And the outcome is just what you see. 30-33. It's all about me.
Oh my gosh. So many people follow you on Instagram and they see that and they buy your product. So that makes sense as to why you're the distributor, because you bring the masses to this one business, which is amazing. And if you guys check her out on social media, which I'm sure you have already because you're constantly going viral, you would see her pictures of the comparison of what she looked like before and what she looks like now. And it's a huge difference. She was beautiful regardless, but she looks amazing right now. So we're really excited to even hear about the journey that you took to go on it, because I didn't even know about the 30-33 challenge. So that's something that somebody can contribute to their everyday life.
You didn't know?
Mm-mm.
Wow. Thank you for that. That's inspiring.
Yeah, so anybody can contribute that to their life. They can start whenever they want.
As they should.
Yes. And you also have a show coming out August 8th.
Yes.
Yes, and we're really excited about it because if you guys don't know, this lady is hilarious.
Everybody says that. I don't really think so. I be really serious.
Yeah.
I don't be joking. I be dead.
And it's the fact that she's authentically her at all times, and I think that's just what makes it funnier because she's really being herself at all times. Can you tell us a little bit about the show?
So the truth is, the show was filmed about a year ago. So I am a totally different person today than I was back then. However, those are some of my personalities that you will see in the show. I always tell people I have 9 personalities. I just know that there's a time and place for everything. So I bring different aspects of me out when necessary. And we all have about 9 personalities. Most of us won't admit to it because we would think that means that we're crazy, which it doesn't mean that you're crazy. It means that you are accepting who you are. Sign up for my class and I'll teach you what that means. But for the sake of her show today, I am a coach in a show called Beyond the Pole ATL, where my goal in the show is to coach exotic dancers, quote unquote, y'all may call them strippers, to see if they can have life beyond the pole. Can I be their coach? Can they work with me? Can I work with them? Can I help them to see that there can be life beyond the pole? So in the show, you can see for yourself if they can have life beyond the pole. I'm not going to give it away. I would tell you that it's very interesting to see the dynamic of how we communicate. It's very interesting to see who I become, because I know who I have to become to talk to these type of girls. You got to know the girls in the strip club are not like your average type of girl. Their mindset is totally eat or be eaten. And so you got to watch the show because you can see that, everybody grows at different times, different phases, different stages, and we're all where we're supposed to be when we're supposed to be there. But you will see that, these girls may or may not be capable of having life beyond the pole. So tune in to WeTV on August 8th at 10 p.m. to see Life Beyond the Pole, starring Stormy Wellington.
I'm so excited to see it. I just know for a fact that I'm going to be tuned into the show because of you yourself and just the storyline behind it. Because
but it's very deep. Let me tell you, seriously, these girls have real stories. That's the thing. Like, it's not like, it's unfortunate that the outsider thinks that strippers are just these nasty, disgusting people. Like, that's not true. I was once a dancer, and I didn't turn out to be bad. And I had to dance because I needed to take care of my son. I didn't know, I didn't know another way to go make money to buy food for my son and Pampers and to pay the light bill and the water bill. I didn't know. These girls have real stories. One of them is a nurse by day. RN by day and a dancer by night. And you may see her, you may not see her. Maybe she has have life. Maybe her life is different now, but you got to tune in to see. But stripping during the night at night, and RN during the day. She has 2 jobs actually, so she wears suits to work, and at night the freaks come out at night, right? Then you have another young lady who has a skin cancer, melatonin. I don't know. I don't like to put those things in my mind, but some type of skin cancer, and she just had a baby. Deep story. Another one of the girls' mom is and was a crackhead. So she didn't grow up with her mom. And another one of the girls is struggling with kind of like her identity. So it's really real stories. It's not just glorifying like the stripper with the big butt. No, it's deep because these women, I don't want to say have psychological issues because it's not a psychological issue, but we all have psychological scars and wounds that if we don't know how to replace them or patch them up or renew our mind, we really grow up with these issues that become trauma. So it's deep. Y'all got to watch the show because these girls are great women. They're beautiful women, but they just need to work on having life beyond the pole. Tune in August 8th, WeTV at 10 p.m. Eastern.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I was going to bring that everybody has this stigma or this preconceived notion about who strippers are and who they may be. And they're human just like the rest of us. They just found another way to have an income and get an income. And that was any means necessary for them. So it's good to see behind the scenes of what their life is actually like because that's not just what they do. Like you said, that's a night job for some people.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. Tune in. We're going to have a lot of personality from Stormy, I'm sure.
Yes. It's going to be fun.
And a lot of personality from the other ladies. It's also going to be a nice way to evaluate yourself in a way, and also a way to learn from these ladies. So I'm excited just for it to be a growing experience for all of us, really.
Very great observation. Yes. You're correct.
Yeah.
It will be.
And you also have a book.
I actually have several books.
Really? You do have several books. You have 3, and this is one of the main ones.
This is the latest book.
The latest book. Now, you guys, I've heard so many reviews on it. I'm still on chapter 1 trying to get through it, but she's been motivating me sitting right here. So I'm just excited to read the rest of the book. But tell us about how you came up with it, just getting your thoughts into words, because that's not always easy.
Right. So basically, some of you all may know this. I went through like a 3.5-year depression. And in this 3.5-year depression, it was just me. And, of course, the dark people that I attracted because I was dark. And so I stayed depressed for 3.5 years. My mom passed away August 26th. This is her anniversary month, actually. And I hate to timestamp this, but August 26, 2011. And so during that depression stage and then dark days of my life, I was able to really evaluate a lot about me, about life, about principles, about laws. I read books. I really got to re-know Stormy again for that phase of my life. And the things that I did to pull myself out of this depression and out of this dark place, and the foundation of what I built on to become who I am today is based upon, principles and laws. I don't live my life no more based upon an opinion or being accepted by somebody else. I live by law. So the decisions that I make is all around law because I don't want to go back to that dark place. That dark place is not something that I would wish on my worst enemy, which I don't have any enemies, so I wouldn't wish it on anybody. Let's say that. So this book just talks about the 9 laws of success. Like if you really could live your life based upon these 9 laws and these 7 pillars, you could attract the love, the life, the success, and the happiness that you want. I have all that I want. And all that I need, if I don't have it, is already on its way to me. But everything that I want, everything that I aspire to be, I am living it in this very moment. And it's because of the way I decide to live my life. So I put it into a book called 9 Laws of Success, Attract Health, Love, and Success in Your Life. And I encourage everybody to read it. It's an easy read. It's very practical. It's stuff that you may think you already know, but you're not living, because if you was living, your life would be better. So it's just me reiterating some things that you should already know, but putting it into a simplistic form that you would now become. Because a lot of people make things complicated, and that's why you don't learn, because it's too damn complicated. So simplifying a process that can change your life. Pick it up. It will change your life.
Yes. And that's what I've heard about the book from so many different people. I remember when it first was released, so many people just were talking about it on social media, reading it. It's changed my life. And like you said, it's very simple things, but things that we probably don't practice.
I've had people that have attracted $40,000. I have people that attracted their business. They attracted a loan of $300,000. You know, they was able to get away from relationships that they couldn't get away from. Like, it's a lot of real live things that have happened with people after reading the book. So, I mean, just read it for yourself. I mean, it's $20. If you don't like it, then you lost $20. Oh, well, I'll give you back your $20. Just get a refund. Just, period. Or don't read it.
Right.
It's up to you.
So tell us about your coaching program and how you can possibly join.
Okay, so my coaching program is designed for women, that want to continue on their journey, and they understand they need accountability. Because we do. We all need accountability. When you become an adult, you don't have to answer to anybody anymore. So you can easily venture off and drift back off into who you used to be. So we meet twice a month for an hour, where we talk about anything from making money to having better relationships to managing your emotions to making better decisions to making money to meditating to relationships to really anything. Anything that's going to make you a better human becoming. We don't say human beings over there. And so we meet twice a month for an hour, plus we do different things. So last month was July Transformation Month, where everything we did was about transforming from the inside out. And women were able to transform from the inside out, from weight loss to manifesting businesses and relationships, and just beautiful in there. We learned how to meditate. I taught them 4 different meditation styles. And I mean, things that I traveled hundreds of thousands of miles away to learn, they were able to get it with me in our communities through Facebook. So I go live in there as a private group, and you pay $49 a month for it. And for now, it's going to be $49, but I'm going to move into another platform where those that are a part of the group now will be grandfathered in or grandmothered in to $49, but everybody else is going to probably pay like $79. But it's so worth it. You know, we just had women, like a Women's Day, Girl Could Be Superhero 2 Day. And on that day, my goal was for you to gain more followers than you've ever had in a day, and to make more money than you've made in a day. And man, women were able to make more money than they've ever made. One girl would average like $200-300 a month, and she did $1,600 that one day. Followers went through the roof. People supported all girl-owned, minority-owned businesses. One young lady was short to go get her semi-truck. She has pickup trucks. She shot a video, and we, contributed, and she was able to buy her 16-wheeler truck. So it's all about women supporting women and just elevation, growth, and being committed to constant and never-ending improvement, because improvement never ends until you're dead, unless you want to die early, but still be alive. And I don't think none of us want to be walking around dead.
So we were speaking earlier about the Flint Crisis and your contribution towards it, and I was in awe of what you decided to do for the crisis. So can you talk about your contribution to what's been going on?
Absolutely. So about 2 weeks ago, I had a popping chat in Michigan, and I'm the type of girl who I like to get the most out of my time. And so while I was in Michigan, I went to the Mathis Center. Judge Mathis, you guys are familiar with Judge Mathis from the Judge Mathis show, and the judge, and y'all know him from Michigan, and he's the longest actually African-American person in that space that's been on television. So shouts out to Judge Mathis to being the longest man standing. And so anyway, we met, and as I met with him, he shared with me the water crisis in Flint, Michigan. And I'm embarrassed to say I didn't know. I thought it was fixed. I mean, I thought that was just something that happened for a few months and it was done with. Unfortunately, that's the truth. And he brought some pastors and some people that was involved in the community there to his center, and they was just sharing with me just the crisis, like the epidemic of people who have no clean water that is just contaminated with fecal matter and just feces, and I'm blown away to know that in the United States of America, we have a water crisis that I didn't even know that people got arrested because they were aware of this happening. And I mean, the senior citizens that have no water, the kids that are about to go to school, August 12th, school starts. There are kids that's going to go to school. And when you're in school, you're running and you're playing and you're doing PE, and then you want to drink some water. They can't drink water from the water fountain. And then even after school, you need to take a shower. You can't take a shower. It's hard for me to wrap my mind around this really happening. And you're not really hearing about it. I don't understand why what's his man named Trump, hasn't done anything. I can't, my mind is like almost still trying to figure out, is this really real? And I know it's real. So our goal is to, number one, help to correct the water issue. It's like a $200 million plus project. And of course, they don't care about the little black kids, the little minority, little children running around. They don't care about us. They, whatever. And kids are dying. They're getting something called Legionnaire's disease. They're having blotches on their skin. You have mental health issues that's at an all-time high because of the water. And it's just crazy. So anyway, our goal is to really help to fix the issue by contributing anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000 a month to fix the water filtration system. But in the meantime, donate water, cases of water. We're doing a big book bag drive that's going to take place on August 16th, where you could drop off book bags and pick some up, and then we're going to take them all down to Flint. But the goal is to correct the issue between Flint and because it's going on in Michigan as well. So we are opening up, it's called CBD and Things. It is actually a CBD, pretty much a place where you can bring donations. You can bring donations of water, bring donations of money, and you can pick up different CBD products and things. So I'm excited about that because I know that to be able to fix the issue, I dealt with not having water when I won't say younger, but I remember 11 years ago going through a crisis in my own home as an adult where I couldn't afford my water bill. And I had to turn my water back on myself. And when they finally caught up with me, my water bill was like $3,000. So I understand the pain of not being able to afford your water bill. The water is like the last thing that you kind of think about. It's kind of weird. You buy food first. It's like when you're in a financial crisis, it's like an order of command. Food first, light bill second, water third. If you get around to the water. So I know that feeling. So our goal is to help fix the issue. We're going to even pay water bills. We're going to allow people to submit their water bill and their financial statements and pay water bills. So I'm happy and proud about being able to do something to help, my community and to help my people at the same time.
Yes, you're an inspiration. So if you would like to contribute or donate to this cause with Stormy, contact her, or more so, she'll probably have something up.
Yeah, I'm working on. So right now, because this literally just happened like 4 days ago. So we're working on getting the building up to par, so you can bring your donations there. Because we're actually gonna be opening up a facility where you could not just one time. I don't like when people do things and it's a one-time thing and it's like, what happened to the rest of the year? So we don't want to tease the people, they got water and then next week they don't have no water. So it's going to be an ongoing situation where you could continue to bring water that we could, pacify the issue as we're working on completely helping to fix the issue. So I have the address up. We'll have the Cash App up that you can donate cash. You can mail book bags, school supplies. If you want to mail water, drop water off, definitely we will happily accept your donation.
Yeah, so
But follow me on Coach Stormy. Follow Coach Stormy for now, and follow the Instagram page. It's CBD and Things. CBD, the letter N, Things. CBD and Things.
Okay. So, like she said, contribute to this crisis that's happening. She's going to have something put up for that. So I plan on contributing. I'm sure my friends and my families do. This is an issue that's a really big deal that I also thought was corrected a while ago. So I was also in shock when we were talking about it, but I was also in awe that she even came up with something to pacify the situation. So we're excited to hear from her.
Me too.
Yes. Yay! So we had an amazing time with Stormy. Thank you so much for being your authentic self at all times. Every time I've spoken to you, every time I've seen you on social media, you've been the consistent Stormy Wellington, just bubbly, motivational, inspiring, positive, uplifting. Even when you were sitting here mentoring me before we started, just letting me know that
my bad. Oops.
Manifest positive. That's no, because it's real. It's something that we don't even notice that we do. Like you said, I noticed it from when I was speaking to you. So just even, I'm a positive person, but I have to check myself on the things that come out of my mouth sometimes too. So it's just a good reevaluation of what I need to do better, what things I need to do better in my life. So I'm just excited.
We all have room for improvement. The biggest room is the room for improvement.
Yeah, so she's even letting me know the things I need to work on. So I was just a part of her coaching program for a good 15 minutes.
Yeah, you owe me $49 now for 2 minutes. No, I'm just kidding.
But thank you so much for joining Angie B on the beat, and we hope to hear from you again. And we always we'll definitely have you a part of Angie Be on the Beat, have you a part of our lives, and just constantly support everything that you're doing.
Same here. We are so proud of you as a young black girl. You're so cute. So proud of you. So bold to come and interview me, girl. Huh. Very bold, but you did a great job. Thank you, and
Thank you.
cannot wait to see you on the big screen because I know that's coming.
Yes, thank you. We're claiming it.
Don't act like you don't know me when you get up there. Here you go. Let's take a picture.
Yes.
Peace out.
Bye.